politics. There's so much going on, in the world right now that it's easy to get overwhelmed. But it's important to find ways to protect your peace so you can stay healthy and, of course, just happy. So to talk more about this topic, we have our friend Poncere Daniels joining us this morning on our Fun Friday. Thanks for coming back.
Good morning.
How are you? Not tired of us yet?
No, I love you guys. I'm here. It's Fun Friday. Happy Friday.
There you go.
We're here to protect our peace.
Yes. Yes. I was saying earlier, peace, love, and happiness, right? So life, and especially during the holidays,
yes,
it can be stressful, a lot going on. Tell us, how can we, keep our peace and get that happiness back if, we're losing it?
Absolutely. That's a great question, because oftentimes when we talk about peace, we're talking about freedom from disturbance. We're talking about tranquility and calmness. And oftentimes, especially during the holidays, is when we experience so much stress. And it's important that we manage that stress, because prolonged stress or chronic stress has a lot of implications and harmful effects on us. For instance, it can be harmful to our physical health, because stress can contribute to heart disease, diabetes, obesity. It also can contribute to the development of mental health conditions like anxiety as well as depression. But most importantly, stress can snatch your edges. Yes, it can take out your edges. Yes. Ooh. Do your research.
Yes.
Stress can lead to hair loss and being bald as an eagle. And I'm telling you, you can't take my soul and you can't take my edges. We're not doing, no.
Well, now, some people look good bald. We should say that.
Yes.
Some people do.
Yes, if that's your choice to be bald, but don't let stress be the reason.
The people are raised usually with the adage that say, look, learn to not say no. That's not always the case. You need to know when to say no. When are those times?
It's important. Let's talk about why it's important to say no. You need to say no, and this helps you to set boundaries. It also gives you the opportunity to focus more on the things that really matter to you and what's more important. Saying no also protects your time, it protects your focus. And I think there are times when you do need to say no in order to focus on your individual goals as well as your purpose. There are times where we should say no when we really don't feel like doing something. When it's not good for you, or when it contributes to mental distress. So there are times where you do have to say no, and sometimes no can be very difficult to do, because sometimes we struggle with insecurities, and sometimes we're just trying to be people pleasers. But we need to learn how to say no. And there are various ways to say no.
Just about to say that, because I feel like I've fit that box for a while. You always just want to please people, and then you don't want to see their face when you're like no, and they're like, oh, but we want you to do this, or we want you to do that. But at the end of the day, you're going to be the one suffering alone, right?
Absolutely.
So Poncere, what are some tips that can help us enjoy life more and foster peace?
Ooh, that's a great question. So I would say practice gratitude. Make a habit every day of being thankful for the things that are going well in your life, things that are good, and things that have happened to you. We talked about saying no. Learn how to say no. Make that a practice. And there's various ways to say no. Would y'all want to illustrate to the people how we can say no? Let's do it.
No, thank you.
Okay.
No, thank you?
No,
yeah.
I just did.
Yeah, that's your no. So you can simply say no.
There are many ways you can say it that you can't say on the show either.
Let me check my calendar. I think I have something going on that day, but I'll get back with you.
Yes, and so one of the social
I'm not
media,
sure, but I think I've just been pushed off.
Yeah. And one of the social media followers inboxed me last night. I thought she had the best example. She said, you're going to have to find someone else to do that. That's a great no, and it may not be the most polite way, but there are some more respectful and polite ways you can say no. You can simply say, thank you for asking, but at this time, that commitment I cannot take because it does not align with my current priorities.
Are you running for office? That
was really
good.
That was a good one.
Golf clap. That was very nice.
Or you can say it in the Poncere way. No, ma'am, I'm not going to be able to do that. I can't believe you've asked me to babysit your children. They're stressful for you. Why would I invite that stress into my life?
That sounds like
Ooh,
No.
that sounds like she's
It's
giving
a
an
no.
answer to someone
sounds
right
like
now.
somebody has,
Are you
said that
talking to like
before.
a sister or something right now? Poncere, we know we like to open up these conversations to viewers at home, to people that follow us on social media. You actually said you've gotten some good feedback. If you want to
Yes.
share anything with us briefly.
Yes, absolutely. So a couple of you all left some really good tips, and so just bear with me. So some of the people that commented, they actually said a couple of ways to protect your peace is to meditate. I think this is awesome. Also, disengage. Sometimes when there's conflict, sometimes you just need to walk away or not comment. I learned years ago that a person can only argue with themselves but for so long. So let people argue with themselves. That's a great one. Also, learning to pull away and be quiet. This is so important because when you're quiet, you can have more clarity of thoughts and you're able then to think about what you need to do to plan the next steps in your life. Also, focusing on what you can control. Oftentimes, we are fixated on things that are outside of our control. The things that we mostly control are our actions, our reactions, how we respond, our thoughts, and our words and our behaviors. So spend most of your time focusing on the things that you can control. And last but not least, disconnect from social media, TV. It's so important. However, don't ever disconnect from Morning Mix WRDW, especially on Fridays with Poncere, Zaina, and Cliff.
That was unpaid and unsolicited. I do.
Yeah, let's put that out there. Okay, Poncere, we appreciate you so much. Thank you for coming on and talking to us about this important topic, especially ahead of the holidays. It's important to be happy. It's important to protect our peace. And it's okay to say no sometimes.
Yes,
so thank you for that.
it is. Say no and
Great.
say yes to your peace.
Great to see you. Have a good
Thank
weekend.
you so
We'll
much.
see you next
Have a great
Friday.
one.